Nobody likes a hangover, a calm down, that feeling of regret, shame, guilt, depression, anxiety, pure shite. But trust me bro, you probably want to feel all that. I remember one of the last times that I had a hangover. See, from age 17 to 19, I was a drug addict, trying to get high and drunk in any way I could. And around 19 I decided I needed a change. Slowly but surely I started to see the light. I started getting really heavy calm downs, really heavy hangovers, and they started to change how I felt about it. In fact, often I would get a calm down, a hangover that same exact night on my way home when the night is finished. Next morning I'd still feel like shite too, but it would start that same night. And I remember one of the last times so clearly. We were going to this festival, Feel Dance Night, and I wasn't planning on drinking to begin with. You know, the whole day I said to myself that I was just going to go to a sober, but last minute when we were walking up towards Falls Park, I changed my mind. I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm here, I might as well enjoy myself. Now I didn't do any hard drugs. I said I'm done with the hard drugs, but I thought I would just drink and I thought everything would be great. And I was so sorry I changed my mind so quickly, because later that night when waiting to go home, I felt so down, I felt so dark, so heavy, like the world was just on top of me. I just wanted to end my life right there and then, and I said to myself, fuck this, no more. No more drink, no more weed, no more drugs at all, nothing. And then after that I relapsed one more time, I got drunk, and that was my final time, and since then I've been sober for about 2 years. See, every time you have that feeling, that calm down, that hangover, whatever you want to call it, that is a message that you need to change your life. Whether it's from God, the universe, it doesn't matter what you believe in. That is trying to tell you something. Your body, your soul is trying to tell you, stop, this is destroying us, this is not what we want. But we're small-minded, we just focus on that little 5 seconds of pleasure that we got the night before, and then we call it a good night. But when we zoom out, when we look at the bigger picture, the up, the down, we see that we don't really enjoy it. We see that it just causes us pain. But it starts off small. We don't really get hungover, calm down at the start. You know, it's there, yeah, but it's almost like we can just live our day without it. You know, we can go up, we can forget about it. It's just a tiny little feeling. But the more and more we go out and do it, harder it gets. This is why when you're older, those hangovers just put you in bed all day. They floor you all day and make you want to just kill yourself, because that message, that voice telling you to stop, is getting louder and louder and louder because you're not listening. And the longer you don't listen, the louder it's going to be. Maybe even to the point that you overdose, that you die, that you get some illness. Maybe this is why people overdose, because they're getting signs they need to stop, but they don't listen. They keep going, but it's because no one tells them this is what you need to do. No one tells them they need to stop. No one tells them they need to listen to their emotions, because of course we're just running from it. We're just running from these negative feelings. We don't see any other road, any other escape, but I promise you that running from it, through drink, through drugs, through any vice, it just multiplies the pain. So if you're getting these horrible hangovers, these horrible calm downs, horrible feelings of regret, just pure pain, be grateful. Be grateful, because that means fucking God has chosen you to better your life. He said, nah, you're better than that, you're worth more, and now it's time to change. Because if you didn't have those feelings, you didn't feel that regret, didn't feel that knocking on your chest saying, this isn't right, you would just walk yourself into hell, into full-blown addiction. Maybe you already have. You might walk yourself into a death sentence. So be grateful, honestly, because we're in society nowadays, we're so adamant about avoiding pain, about avoiding discomfort, but pain is one of the best tools in our lives. It motivates us, it shows us what we're doing wrong, helps us connect more and be more grateful. It's a big part of life, and no, it doesn't feel good. Yes, I may be disciplined and all that sober, but I still don't feel good about pain. But you know, everything in our life that is good starts off with some kind of pain. You know, maybe we want to improve our social skills, so we need to go out and feel anxiety and still talk to people anyway. Maybe we want to go to the gym, get bigger, get more jacked. We have to feel the pain, the discomfort. We have to go to the gym even though we don't feel like it. When I started off going to the gym, I hated it. I hated it. Everything in life, it just starts off like that. I did not feel like going ever. Something switched, and then I started going on my own. But I still didn't feel like going all the time. 99% of the time I had to force myself to go. I would walk to the gym thinking, oh fuck this, I can't be bothered, blah blah blah. But I knew that was all talk, because I could see the bigger picture, because I knew when I went there I'd feel good, And after, I'd feel amazing. We just need to look at the bigger picture. We need to stop just focusing on the little ups and downs of the moment and try and zoom out and see what it's trying to teach us. I mean, even when I was getting sober, it didn't change my life instantly. For months, it took my brain to fully repair. I still fell off. And I even thought to myself, like, this isn't working. I'm just going to be miserable. But I knew I couldn't turn back because I knew the other path and it was horrible. It was even worse. I felt like my soul was on fire and I knew I couldn't go back. So I just kept moving on, forward, and eventually my brain got repaired. Eventually I seen the light, I seen the joy of being sober, because we don't need to get fucked up. We don't need to party to have fun. We don't need to run away from our emotions to avoid being crushed by them. In fact, it's the opposite. We need to process them, we need to face them. We need to go towards good, healthy habits like exercise, socializing, meditation, things that will help us improve our life, not things that are going to break us down. So as I said, it's going to suck, it's not going to feel good, but it doesn't have to. Not everything in life is going to feel good all the time. That's just part of life. Be grateful that you've been chosen. Be grateful that you're not in a better path. And remember, you're better than that bag. You're better than that bottle.